Hey, dear fam. Today I want to talk to you about a book called Unbreaking India Decisions on Article 370 and the CAA, authored by Sanjay Dikshit ji. Being an India loving bookworm, it is hardly surprising that this book kept showing up in my recommended reading. Still, I resisted because I had already read Delhi Riots 2020 Untold Story and I did not want to delve into the mindless trauma inflicted on the Hindus under the garb of the CAA protests. Then I discovered Sanjay Dikshit ji's YouTube channel called the Jaipur Dialogues, and well, the hesitation on the book evaporated. I can safely say that this book successfully explains the widespread anti Hindu, anti India situation we face today. It reveals the shocking history of crazy appeasement of Muslims, the multiple ethnic cleansings of Hindus in Kashmir, seven to be precise, Bengal history, etc. Many glaring gaps in my understanding have been effectively addressed in this book. Unbreaking India is packed with impeccably researched information, and the author has shown remarkable restraint in not getting sucked into any tropes and emotional triggers. Like a surgeon, he has dissected the separatist break India phenomena that is so shamelessly on full display every single day. Sanjay Dikshit ji takes the reader back in time, clarifying murky, forgotten, whitewashed history where the seeds of this continuous poisonous situation were sown. The chapters are thankfully small, which gives breathing room as you wade through the history of hate, deceit, and bloodbath of the innocent Hindus and plundering of India. This book gets to the heart of the Islamic separatist problem. It finally lends the understanding that I can safely say alludes to us all who wondered why anyone would have a problem with abrogation of Article 370 and the humanitarian CAA. The author states that this book attempts to analyze Muslim and national politics through Muslim theology. He informs us that the entire Muslim community is bound by taqleed that forbids an ordinary Muslim to use his brain or reason, and all the opinions have to be sanctioned by their religious leaders. And religious leaders have only one aim: Darul Islam. Governor of Kerala, Arif Muhammad Khan ji, agrees that Taqleed is what insulates Muslim masses from any rational discourse. The book begins with the partition of Bengal in 1905, orchestrated by Curzon to kneecap the nationalists in the Indian National Congress, fitting well in the divide and rule playlist of the British. The Muslim League was formed. The Morley Minto reforms, the special treatment of Muslims' appeasement took permanent root in Indian soil. Then came the Khilafat movement, a dark, blood soaked chapter in our history. Gandhiji, the messiah of non-violence, stood in support of the hate-filled, barbarous Muslim religious leaders that instigated a Hindu pogrom in Malabar. So scary that I feel it broke our confidence for generations to come. INC whitewashed the heinous, barbarous rape, plunder, torture, and brutal killing of Hindus that absolved all perpetrators. And a resolution was passed in the Muslim League meeting that said Muslims massacred Hindus because, surprise, surprise, they were frightened. The author reminds us, quote, can we make the connection with the scared minority syndrome that we hear even in today's discourse? Yes, it originated in the 1920s, end quote. Gandhiji, disappointingly, was the one who, at that moment in history when Muslims could have broken out of regressive Tagleek, pushed them back into the clutches of greedy, cruel religious leadership by recognizing only those Islamic leaders as the voice of all Muslims. The same template has continued to date. The book is filled with hitherto unknown historical facts. For example, I had no idea that Mountbatten gave Sardar Patel a jump start in the integration of 560 princely states with India, a move that helped India immensely vis-a-vis Pakistan's slow start in the process. I was also pleasantly surprised to learn that Gandhiji played a positive role in the accession of Jammu and Kashmir with India. Anyhow, each incident explored by the author, be it the partition or stranded Hindus in Pakistan, showcases the complete lack of political will to safeguard the Hindus or the interests of our nation till, I suppose, BJP came into power. Each incident showcases the allegiance of Muslim leaders only towards the empowerment of the Islamic rule in the world via the power they wield over the mindless Muslim masses. Time and again, the Muslims have been treacherous towards their goal, and yet we stubbornly refuse to acknowledge the truth of the stranglehold of the Taqleed. The author calls it Prithviraj Chauhan syndrome. Sardar Patel's statement in a debate on the minorities is quoted in the book. A minority that could force the partition of a country is not a minority at all. Why do you want to claim privileges? End quote. Among many incidents, the author shares one that I will add here happened on the night of 15th or 16th October 1947 when Major Nasrullah Khan hatched a treacherous plan to eliminate all non-Muslim members of his force, and the Muslim army members butchered their brother officers, the Gorkhas. We all know how the Muslims exposed their neighbors of many years to brutality in the name of Islam, be it during partition or in Kashmir. Sanjay Dikshit ji has totally also dismantled the bogus Muslim Dalit Jai Bhim Jai Meme narrative. Astute Ambedkar had called this template the gangster method of politics. The author opines, and I quote, Indian secular leadership has been handicapped by a complete lack of knowledge about Islam, its history, its theology, and its aspirations. Right from the blunder made by Mahatma Gandhi in joining the Khilafat movement, this has been in evidence. This is the reason why Muslim leadership is very comfortable with the Hindu seculars, as they know that they can be easily made fool of, sent on a guilt trip, and influenced with a fake show of victimhood. End quote. Unbreaking India is an infallible, much required tool that we all need to defend our motherland. This book inspires me to keep up my humble efforts towards defending India and reignites my protective spirit towards my motherland. This Bharat Ma was the chosen land for all greats to live on earth, be it Bhagwan Ram to Lord Krishna, Guru Nanak and Buddha. Where all the greatest scriptures were written, is Darul Harb for these disgusting creeps? This motherland that sustains all of us is their final battleground or Ghazwa-e-Hind? Well, keep dreaming, demented, radical idiots. This will not happen ever again. This book is available on Garuda and Amazon. Essential reading, fam. Thanks for listening, and I will see you soon.